And we are live.
We're live.
Indeed we are.
Well, welcome to the Saturday edition of the Destiny Hour with Paul. We decided we were going to help anybody that needed help over the weekend as well, particularly in this time of crisis. Perhaps we can give you some hope, some guidance. Anyway, if you are in any kind of trouble or turmoil, why don't you drop a comment or your questions on either Facebook, Twitch, Instagram, or YouTube. We'll be here for you tonight to see if there is a need for us. So, in the meantime, I'll just play with this flower.
We have a question.
We got a question. Well, okay, flower down.
We are taking a question from a Kayla Marie on Facebook asking, first time viewer here, what is holding me back from true happiness and love? Please and thanks.
Her name?
Kayla.
Kayla. Hi, Kayla. Thanks. I hope it's the start of many more. Let's have a look, see what is holding you back. To be honest, I believe what's holding you back is the past and how disappointed you've been in love or relationships. And I feel that is sort of the atmosphere you're creating for new potential relationships. You know, I think ultimately in the past you've been terribly disappointed. And your expectations are very low as a result. I just really don't think you've found the right partner. It's going to take a little bit of time for you to get over the past relationships and not include them in future ones. But I am to tell you that once you've sort of got rid of the past, not all partners are the same as the ones you had. Perhaps next year, somebody beautiful and more suitable would come into your world. So don't think if it's guys, don't think all guys are the same, because a lot of them are. But you got to look for the one that isn't. So I wish you luck, and I hope to see you again.
Taking a question from Instagram from Marisa. Hi Paul, you look smart tonight.
Stop flirting. Who's that?
It's Marisa.
Oh, I'm glad it was a girl.
Marisa asked, do you think this lockdown is going to be longer? We will not be answering questions.
Yeah, okay, Shay. I think there's been a government standard or a world standard, and they've gone, first it was 7 days, 2 weeks, and then 3 weeks. So I do believe the lockdown may be extended. You're right. I do think it will be extended. It really hasn't hit us as yet in this country. You know, I was driving around town, and the African people was one out of. So and as a result, I think they will extend the lockdown. But thank you for your comment, and thank you for saying I look smart. It's nice.
Yeah, we're still warming up tonight. I think it's quite a surprise that we're on.
Perhaps. Anyway, this is Destiny Hour with Paul, inviting your questions on anything that's troubling you, worrying you. Perhaps you need some guidance. Perhaps you need some light. But That's what we do here. We help people. Shay would be taking the questions. So if you hear a voice in the background, that would be my daughter Shay. And give her some questions and then I answer them.
Just taking. We have a question from Bernice Smith on Facebook asking, I would love to know what my purpose for this what my purpose is for this lifetime. I have many gifts but can't figure out what I'm to do.
You got many gifts. Well, you know, there's not just one string on a guitar, is there? And the idea is, you know, what you should know is that anything you do in this life, as long as it's to the best of your ability, then there's no regrets. But you're holding back on everything, and fundamentally that is what's stifling, and I think you're too scared to try. Perhaps because the financial implications, or perhaps because of fear itself. You know, that is the biggest thing which traps us: the fear of failure, the fear of the unknown, and at this moment, nothing apparent is coming through to say, you know, you must do that. But you've got to start thinking in terms of stability and money if you're to pursue anything, Venice. And it will come to you, but it's going to be a lot of soul searching for you between now and July. But I am to tell you, do not give up. Just filter out things which aren't going to provide stability or money. I hope that helps, Venice.
There are quite a few people watching us tonight. And
hello.
Telling other people to watch you. That's always appreciated.
People are... Shay, I can't hear you, love.
People tagging other people to watch you.
People tagging other people. Thank you, fellow taggers. Really means the world to us. You know, if we can help people or guide people, then, wow, that's brilliant. It's like Christmas for us.
We've got a question from a Sandcap. I believe that Sandcap asking, hey, if I may, will I be able to move to a foreign country for settlement? Thank you.
Sandclauf.
Sandcap.
Sandhealth.
Sandcap. I think I'm pronouncing it.
Sandcalt. I don't see the computer, so forgive us if we mispronounce or bang the microphone. Lots of work required before that happens. And I don't know if you're thinking in terms of just sort of going to a place or a country and kind of doing it illegally, if I may say. Don't do that. Don't. If you are to do it, I want you to do it properly. And I want you to take your time, and not any country. Choose a country which suits your personality. When I say that, your career and where you hope to go, and apply through the proper channels, please. And I don't want you to sort of do it now. It's going to take some time. But if your motivation for going to another country, okay, is because you're probably unhappy where you are. Well, if I need to tell you this, that if you're unhappy in India, if you go to America, guess what? You're still going to bring that unhappiness with you. If you go to England, so that what you think and how you are follows you. Okay, so I just need you to consider that, but go through the legal channels, please.
Taking a question from a Christian. Christy on Lightworkers Live Feeds asking, will my mom get to move in soon?
Hi, Christy. Thank you for your question, and it's very nice of you. Home. Really is. She get to move in soon. Yeah. She's quite stubborn. She will get to move in soon. But there's a lot going on with her. I don't know if she feels that she might be a burden, or she feels that she's leaving something behind. There's a lot going on. Perhaps in April, but certainly before June. I know I'm being vague, depending on isolation restrictions, but it seems as though it will happen. Yeah, thank you.
Nice. Taking a question from YouTube from Positive for Life, saying, hi, what messages does Grandma Lee have for me? Thank you.
No, you can't do that, Positive. Can't do that, my baby. You can't just pick out because you feel like a message. Can't do that, my sweets. Sorry.
Ronald saying, hello, looking good in the pink. Are you guys doing okay?
It's not pink, Ronel. It's red. Does it look pink?
A little bit on the stream, yes. Christy says, thank you, it makes sense.
It's a pleasure, Christy. Just because your mum's got pride, eh? That's what I'm telling you. She's still got opinions. She's still got feelings. There is a time in a person's life when it comes to that stage of life that they start to think, am I a burden? Am I old? So you need to be careful in the way you treat her. She still thinks she's independent and got all her faculties. So it's very delicate. Very delicate. You know, I once tried to help an old lady cross the street because she had a heavy bag. And she elbowed me because she thought that I thought she was incapable. So just be careful in that regard. Thanks, Christy. Ronel, this is a red shirt. Okay, do not spread gossip saying that it's pink. It's really offensive. And even if it was pink, I'm very comfortable with my manhood. Can you say manhood on this?
Yes, you may. Amy.
Pink.
Amy's got a question for us.
Hi, Amy.
Amy says, thanks so much for going live today, guys. It's a real treat. I've been afraid to ask this question, but I'm going to go for it. What kind of read do you get on the relationship I'm in? Good, bad, or ugly?
Amy. Is this
our number one fan, Amy?
Is Amy from Texas?
Yes.
How's Texas, Amy? Beautiful child. Shay said, Amy, I'm going to chat you up. I said that to Shay, and Shay said, she might be married or in a relationship. And Shay was right. So well done, Shay.
Oh, thank you.
Amy, are you ready to know if this is the relationship for you? Because ultimately that's your question, right? It is, Amy, the relationship for now. Why I say that is because I feel that there's almost a power struggle going on as to who's in charge. You know that saying where who wears the pants. So I've got difficulty in that department as to who's the boss. And if we understand that it's an equal partnership, then we go a lot further. But it's your indecisiveness which is being felt as well. Now, I don't know whether you are unsure because of perhaps a power struggle, because you're just unsure. So that's rubbing off. I would say that if you carried on doubting yourself, then it's going to lead to complications in the next 2 months. If there's no change in the way you are treated, that's vitally important. There's going to be change, but it is savable. That's what I wanted you to do, to know, provided you sort out and communicate. Thanks, Amy.
Taking another question from Kayla, asking, is there any health obstacles I need to be aware of?
Kayla, okay. Did we just speak to Kayla?
We did. This is her second question.
Oh, okay. Kayla, is your question related to the pandemic? Okay, is A, because I do feel a little bit of, I'm going to say flu symptoms, okay? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying flu-y. So I've got the chest as playing up. But further, I have got an issue, sort of the tummy area, okay? It almost feels like a stomach issue. In fact, if you find yourself, this may be caused by worry, stress, there might be a slight little ulcer from all the stress levels. So that's where my energy is at the moment. But treatable.
Okay, quickly moving on to, we've lost here. Quickly moving on to a question from Keegan, saying, hello Paul, how can I keep my depression down during this lockdown period, if you can help?
Hi Keegan. Yeah. Unfortunately, it is so tricky to keep depression at bay. You have to do everything you can. This is a time, a lot of people can take the fact that they've got so much time on their hands, and if they wanted to change certain aspects about themselves or started, the ideal time to do it. But the trick with you is you've got to keep busy. The minute you sit still, then that's the problem. So if you have to, if you can go outside in the garden, I hope you've got a garden, then do so. Try and read something that you don't normally read, something, maybe a self-help book or something spiritual. But do keep busy. Write your fears down if you can in a diary, and then you can, or a piece of paper, and you can burn it. But the trick is to keep busy. Okay.
Taking another question from Sankalp. They say, thank you so much. You can just call me Shanky. I've been going through a tough phase as far as my career is involved, When and how can I expect a stable phase as far as my career is involved?
Shanky. Your attitude is off. That's what I want to say to you. You're not focused on the career. You're focused on money. And that's why you're never sat on tree, because you think you're worth more. You know, if a doctor just focused on money, do you think he'd be a good doctor? And that's the feeling I'm getting with you, is that you're going for the money instead of putting out a good service. And you're going to get spanked whatever country you go, if that is your attitude. So it's down to you to do a good job, and you will be rewarded. So you've got some thinking to do.
We are now taking a question from a Nicole, asking, will my company survive this lockdown? This is quite terrifying and people aren't taking this seriously.
You're right, Nicole. I've seen that as well. People aren't taking this seriously. But you are. And that's what keeps companies going, because you've got that sense of responsibility and loyalty. So I'm going to say to you, I do believe you are safe. I do believe you are safe. And I think the company will survive. It's going to have a recovery period. Yeah, sure. But my belief is that if there's more like-minded individuals, that the company has every chance of getting through this terrible time. Thanks, Nicole.
Moving on to a question from Ronelle.
What colour's this shirt, Ronelle?
She says, your shirt is looking pink, maybe you should consider wearing pink. But she says, do you perhaps have a message for me from my mother? She's been a lot on my mind.
No. It's not that, Ronelle. I think it's this isolation. And I think, you put her on your mind. It's not as though she has come through to give you a message. Do you know what I mean? So it's because, we're stuck inside that we start thinking about our loved ones and our past. So there is no definite message. It's you thinking about her rather than her thinking about you, my sweetie. Okay?
We've got some more people joining in to watch us tonight. If you'd like to greet the lovely people.
Oh, hello, lovely people. Who are they?
I can't tell.
Oh,
It's just numbers at the moment.
if you've just joined us, I'm Paul, the psychic, healer, guidance counselor, dad. And in the background is Shay, my daughter. And she's taking all your questions on life, love, career. We don't do lotto numbers. What else don't we do?
We don't do, what does so-and-so think of me?
What does so-and-so think of me? We don't do that because...
We don't answer questions relating to the virus. And we don't take...
And we don't do the dishes.
And we don't take rude people.
We don't like rude people. We like donations, don't we?
Sometimes.
But no one ever donates, so what can you do? Still got to help. It's a God-given talent. So don't think it's witchy voodoo nonsense. Say my prayers every day. And without the Almighty, I wouldn't have this gift to share.
Waiting for some questions to come through. Yeah, Facebook's blowing up tonight.
Blowing up Facebook. We'll blow your questions this way.
Just waiting to see if somebody has a question to come through. I'm not missing anybody.
I'll just play with the flower. Because everyone thinks it's a pink shirt.
Pink shirt and a flower, Paul.
No, it's a red shirt. So I'll just might as well go the whole gay route then, hey? Yeah, so we decided, we do this Monday to Friday usually, 8 p.m, live from Johannesburg. We decided that we'll do Saturday and Sunday as well. Perhaps there are people in need during this time of lockdown or isolation or panic. But folks, we will get through any questions, and we'll get through this tough period in everybody's life.
I'm just reminding people to repost some questions if it hasn't come through. Sometimes we have a little issue with Facebook not showing all the comments, and I don't understand why.
Because it's got a slow stream. Doctor, I've got a slow stream.
I think it's more a problem on Facebook's end. No.
Oh. They're being two-faced. Facebook are being two-faced. Sorry, weak joke. But you see, now I've got to start talking if there's no questions. I have to sing or write songs or do a belly dance. So that's why it's a bit awkward tonight, because I haven't prepared.
Okay, we usually don't take more than 2 questions per person, but this one's quite a good one.
Go on.
Christy asks, will my son with Down syndrome quit his game addiction, or will he become more social?
Christy. Christy, God bless you, baby. Will he quit? No. There's no reason to quit. And I'm saying that before I've even drawn cards. I know somebody, and they may be watching. Okay? This person, I'm going to tell you this before I draw cards. As a fully grown man, he's got a family, beautiful house, a most gorgeous, delicious, blonde wife with a figure to die for, with a heart of gold, caring, lovely, talented, okay? He spends an average of 10 hours at a time on Xbox. Think about that. Your son, who I am thinking about, because there are special people, and I don't mean that in a condescending way. When we have children that are challenged, they need more loving. And they need more attention. And it's the other ones that are more self-sufficient. He's got 2 years to outgrow this. And why should he put down the Xbox is the question. He's got to have a reason to stop. Is life more exciting? You've got to give him an alternative if that you want that to happen. So you've got to kick a ball, build something with Lego, Meccano, or get him involved. There must be an alternative that excites him, that is a reason to quit. But in the way things are going, it's another 2 years before you get your wish, Christy. God bless, my sweetie.
Yeah, taking a question from Julie Roberts.
Julie Roberts.
Julie asks, we have been in business for 3 decades as wine merchants, and my son is taking over and he loves it. However, we are in debt to the bank and some of our suppliers. Business is still going on, but there is concern for our future. Any guidance? And she says, your shirt does look pink, but it does not distract. It does not distract from you at all.
Good save there, Julie. Oh, you were just good save. Yeah. Difficult times. I do understand that. This business needs a vitamin, or as you Americans say, vitamin. Okay? It needs a vitamin. Like it needs a... You know when you go to the doctors and they give you that vitamin B jab in your bum? That's what it needs. Okay? And unfortunately, there is a transition period, Julia. This is what I want to tell you. I keep saying Julia. It's not Julia, is it?
Julie.
It's Julie. Begging your pardon. Julie, it needs a transition period and it needs a vitamin. So perhaps handing the business over, he has, your son, fresh and ideas. He might well be that vitamin. But there's a lot of hard work ahead. And I would not be surprised if he has ideas about bringing in perhaps a silent partner or somebody with a bit of money. But I would let him run with it. I'm happy and I feel secure in handing it over. But you have handed him a heavy load. Okay, but I think he may just surprise you as long as you're not too controlling as to the decisions he makes. I think he may well just be the vitamin the business needs. Thank you, Julie.
We're going to move on to a question from Jessie, but handsome in pink.
Christy, I was giving you my best, my darling. Being professional. The shirt is red, okay?
Handsome in it. You're missing the point completely.
But you said handsome, so I have to forgive you and say thank you very much. I'm wearing it again tomorrow.
Taking a question from Jessie, saying, can you tell me about my finances in a month with this lockdown?
Oh, Jessie, I know, my sweetie. It's such a concern. In a month, so we're going in April. I hope that's what I get from this. Okay. Tricky to delicately answer you, okay? Because that's what I want to do. I think you will get paid in a month. So whether you're on part-time or a casual situation, you will get paid, okay? It's just going to take a while to recover, okay? So we're looking the next 2 months. So after April, we got May, up until June as being quite difficult. It's going to be difficult for a lot of people. And I know you're not worried about everybody else, and I understand that. But as long as you are going to recover, and we don't get too excited and overspend and overthink, you're going to recover, Jessie. I promise you that. Okay, just have a little bit of patience, my darling.
A question from Nicole. asking, does my dad know he has grandchildren?
Hi, Nicole. I should finish the sentence, shouldn't I? My goodness. Is your dad late, Nicole? Just a curious thought. I don't know if you can do as another question. At this stage, I don't think he does. Don't think he does.
We'll wait to see if Nicole responds. But in the
Meantime,
little break.
is it a break?
Well, we've got a little break. There's no
Oh, we've got a little break. Well, if you have just joined us, I'm Paul, the psychic, but also a guidance counselor and helper. I do this full time. I'm lucky enough to make a living at it. So this podcast is my way of giving back and helping people all around the world. It's quite a privilege to be here, to be honest. So if anybody's battling with questions about life, love, anything, pink shirts. If you've got a problem with pink shirts, why don't you drop a comment? It's red, okay? Grrr.
And then, funny enough, Renal just commented saying, you see, men can wear pink shirts and look handsome in it.
Renelle, I'm going to find out where you live. I know Jerry knows where you live, but I'm telling you now, I'm prepared to break isolation and quarantine and come around and sort you out and show you.
Nicole says, yes, her father, he has passed away 10 years ago.
Thank you. Okay. Are the two grandchildren for him is my thing, because that was the big thing. I had a definite sadness and loss around the question. Okay. So here's what you want to know, because you are a proud mum, no doubt, and you have every right. So the great beyond, has he seen the little ones? Yeah, and I don't know what is so strong about 18 months ago. Okay, which again is the 2 years. I don't know if you had a child in that time, but there's something significant about that time. Then, okay, the answer is absolutely. And you know this, and I'll tell you why you know this, is because there's been a smell and a fragrance that you've smelt in or acknowledged in the bedroom with the kids' bedroom, or you've not acknowledged that smell. You know it. I know it. Dad's seen the boys, or the kids.
Got some more people watching us tonight on Facebook and YouTube.
YouTube, welcome. A bit quiet tonight, YouTube.
I don't think people were familiar that you were coming on this evening. And
Well, now you do. So who's the guy in charge of YouTube? Mr. Yu.
It's Susan.
Susan Yu.
No, Susan something else. She's CEO at the moment.
CEO. Okay, we'll phone her. Tell her that I'm on.
Yeah, so you got some more people. Who are you? What do you do? What's your face?
I'm Paul, the psychic. Oh, really? Yes. What do you do then, you little charlatan? Well, I help people. Been doing so for about 18 years. I make a living at it, and it's good to help people. It's a God-given talent, and I will be taking your questions every night, 8 p.m. live from Johannesburg, helping, guiding, and that's it. So if somebody needs help, guidance, or advice, please tag or share us while I drink Pepsi.
Got about close to about 15 minutes left.
Mm-hmm.
So if they want to ask questions, I advise it. But I can't get people to do anything.
Yeah, it's called the Destiny Hour. You know why? Because we're on for an hour. So Shay's just told me there's 15 minutes left for you to get your questions or comments in. We're just trying Saturday and Sunday at the moment. We usually just do it Monday to Friday, but we thought, given a lot of people are at home, that there might be call for some questions.
And we've answered quite a few tonight.
Yeah.
So maybe it was a good call.
You think so, Shay?
Well, you got a couple of new viewers who have never asked questions from you.
That's
before.
okay.
So I think that's quite... Okay, we missed a question. Just refreshed now. We are taking a question from a Lee Prestorius. Hi, Paul. Hope you and Shay are doing well and keeping safe. How will my husband's business cope after the lockdown?
That's Lee. No, there's a concerned wife. Thank you for your question, Lee. And I feel for you. I feel for a lot of independent businesses. Can I say it like that? How will he cope? Well, he's got a good woman by his side, I'll tell you that much. Okay. That's it. He's going to go into, you know, when you've got a 4x4 and you push that button so all the wheels start to work, he's going to push that button and all those wheels are going to start to work. He is going to become busy. Okay? He's going to have to max his credit cards. You know what I mean? A little bit of a stretch. You can't have extravagance, but you're good with that. But it's not peanut butter sandwiches. You with me? Okay. There is a period of recovery. Okay, that's what I am to tell you. So if I say 3 months of difficulty, so if you've got to phone the bank about the bond, if you've got to phone the car payments, or that you're going to have to do that. And I think the onus would be on you, my baby, to do that for your husband. But 3 months of hardship, recovery, absolutely. And I put money on it. And I'm going to say that the rest of the year, when the wheels start turning again, are going to surprise the socks off you. Okay? If he is as moody and irritable as he is, and there's a vibe or atmosphere in the house, you don't mention money. Okay? If you want to upset the guy, start talking about money and business. Don't do that. But see what you can do in the background about either lowering payments or postponing payments, and see what you can do as a good and supporting wife. But you guys get through this, okay? And as I said, I put money on it, Lee. God bless.
And a lovely, it's a bit of a lengthy comment, which I'll show you after the show.
From who?
From Julie. Very lovely,
From Julie. So she bothered in New York, right, with the crisis in New York, and the crisis in her life, she bothered to write. Just beautiful people out there. Some people, I'm telling you, are just beautiful. Don't know what you look like, Julie, but you know what? All I hear is the words, and you just sound like a beautiful, beautiful soul. Really, really do.
going to pulling a naughty card on us by doing that.
Why? What did we do?
Facebook just sometimes doesn't show the comments that we get, so we miss out on a lot of questions. So I have to keep refreshing, and they need to really fix this problem. So far, it looks like we've gotten it.
We got by.
Yes. All right. Yeah, a couple minutes left. Waiting for your questions.
Waiting for your questions. Couple of minutes left.
Guess everybody's tired.
Guess everybody's tired then. Should we go home?
That would be up to you. But I think it was quite good for a Saturday night.
Nothing going on.
Not that I can tell.
A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. I'm going to say good night. Thank you for your questions and your comments.
We have one question that just came through now.
Just came through now.
From
Another question.
WG. Hi, why is my mother sick?
Well, hi, W.
Oh, then another question afterwards.
Oh, we're going to do overtime tonight, maybe. WG, I think I want to say that it's the flu. That's what I want to say. But I think a lot of it is in her head. I am getting head energy with her, and it may also, when she might need to go to the dentist. So I don't know if that's one of the cause of her headaches. But listen, it's not the worst, and I know what you're saying. Okay? I think it's in her head, but I've got the flu at worst, and a visit to the dentist. Okay?
Taking a question from a good friend, Ross. Hello, Paul and Shay.
Ross, how you doing, baby?
Is my mother going to be able to get out of her indivision with her brothers and sisters? It's hard. Thank you.
Her indivision. Yeah. What a terrible answer. Yes, she is going to get out of it, but it's going to cost her. Now, whether it costs her actual money or there's a sense of being ripped off, there is that, because she's so nice. So I know where you get it from. So people take advantage of her good nature. Ross, she will get out of it, but at a cost. But she will make up whatever she loses with her attitude, and she'll make it up in a relatively short period of time. So you support her as much as you can, and I'm sure you do because you're just beautiful. And tell her from us that she's going to get out of it. Thank you, Ross.
No more questions coming through?
Time to go.
I believe it's time to go.
Okay, folks, we thought we'd try a Saturday night to see if we could help anybody. We'll be back tomorrow doing another test on a Sunday to see if we can help. So I wish you safety, I wish you peace of mind, I wish you good health. And all I can say to you is thank you for your lovely, wonderful comments. I thank you for your questions. And thank you for your support. It's a privilege to be here. I did want to say that take your vitamins and say your prayers, because that's all that's required. If there's anything that you need to do in this lockdown time, you know, any bad habits, any bad attitude that you have, maybe reflect on that and see if we can correct our behavior. But we might be closing, but the heavens and the good Lord is always open. Okay, and He hears everything. I want you to know that. I wish you love and I wish you peace. God bless.